Hi guys, it's Erica from Brains to Beauty, and today I'm here to share with you my 1 week post LASIK makeup routine. So as most of you guys know, I just recently got LASIK and I was told that you can't wear makeup for the first 2 weeks. After more prying and talking to the doctor and reading more of the rules and doing some research myself, I found that you can actually start wearing minimal makeup, specifically minimal eye makeup, after 1 week of LASIK. The reason why a lot of doctors say you can't wear makeup for the first 2 weeks is because you can't rub your eyes for the first 2 weeks. So putting on any eyeshadow, eye primer, eye bases, anything that requires you to rub, even if it's like the slightest amount of rubbing, like very tiny rubbing, you can't do it. So that's why they say you can't wear eye makeup. However, I have seen that people have been using mascara or eyeliner because you can apply eyeliner and mascara without rubbing your eyes. That being said, I've been wearing this makeup look for the last few days. It's only been 2 days post my 1 week, so technically it's been 9 days since my surgery, and I have been wearing makeup. For the first week, I actually didn't wear any makeup to work or to church because you're not allowed to get anything near your eyes. For the first week, you can't even use eye cream or moisturizer. You can't even get water in your eyes. And so for me to apply foundation and completely avoid my eye area kind of made me look like a weird raccoon because I'd have like uneven hyperpigmented eyeballs and then everything else looking flawless. So it was just easier to avoid makeup in general. Now that I'm able to put minimal eye makeup, I'm now doing full face. And so today I wanted to share with you what that routine looks like. So if you're interested in seeing my 1 week post LASIK foundation makeup routine, let's get started. Okay, so to start off, I'm going to be applying some moisturizer. Here I have the Philosophy Renewed Hope in a Jar samples. I got these from Nordstrom. I have the eye cream, which we're going to apply first, and this is the Refreshing and Refining Eye Cream. I'm just going to apply this using my middle finger or ring finger. I just apply this under the eye area. My eye area has been incredibly dry lately, and so I have been trying really hard to moisturize it. Next, I'm going in with the Renewed Hope in a Jar moisturizer. This is like the pair to go with it. This I actually really like. I used to use the regular Hope in a Jar, not the renewed version, when I lived in Colorado because I had incredibly dry skin when I lived there, and I had sensitive skin, so I had the sensitive formula, and I loved it a lot. Now that I'm here in Florida and there's a lot more humidity, it's like too moisturizing, but right now with it being in the winter months, it's actually perfect for me. Next, I'm going to use a primer. Here I'm using my Tarte Clean Slate Poreless 12-Hour Perfecting Primer. I've only used this a few times, and so far I like it. I don't really know if I feel like it's any better than any of the drugstore primers I've used, but I definitely like it so far. Next, I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte 24-Hour Foundation, and I'm going to be applying this with my Real Techniques Beauty Complexion Sponge. And I'm just going to apply this all over my face, avoiding the eye area for preventing of under eye creasing. And I will tell you right now, I am in love with this foundation. I am going to be doing a review and demo of it after my LASIK is all healed up and ready to go. As for the Beauty Complexion Sponge, I could do without it. I think it's perfectly fine if you can't afford a beauty blender, but since I've gone through 4 beauty blenders and I love my beauty blender, I definitely would not consider this like an alternative. I wouldn't say you could buy this one for the other one. Next, I'm going to go back in with a little bit more of the foundation, and I'm going to apply this to my cheek areas where I have a lot of my dark spots. I personally don't like to do a full second layer of this foundation because it does cake in dry areas. So for the second layer, I only apply it where needed. And typically those areas where needed aren't dry for me, so it's perfectly fine to apply a second layer without it getting cake face. Off camera, I'm going to go ahead and do my brows. You guys have seen my brow routine. If you haven't, I will include it in the down bar. Okay, so I completed my brows and I actually feathered some of my concealer down onto my lid using my concealer brush. I just kind of very lightly blended it down because I still don't want to put anything on my lids because I don't want to have to or possibly rub my eye because I can't rub it. So I just very lightly feathered it down, and you can actually still see the veining on my eyelid, which if you have really pigmented eyelids or veiny lids, you still might have to avoid wearing makeup because you really don't want to like rub anything on your eyelid when you're recovering from LASIK. You might have to wait the full 2 weeks. So now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and take my concealer. This is my Maybelline New York Fit Me Concealer in medium. I'm going to apply this to my under eye area to highlight and to conceal and to cover up some of these dark circles and try to prevent creasing. And I'm going to blend this out with my Real Techniques Beauty Blender, and then I'm going to set that with my Laura Mercier Universal Invisible Loose Setting Powder. Everybody has sworn that this is the best setting powder for under eye area, and so I am definitely going to be trying it out with different concealers to see how it works for me. So far, I've yet to find a combination with a drugstore concealer that this actually works. For the rest of the areas I highlighted, I'm going to go in with my BH Studio Pro Powder in 205 and set that with my e.l.f. blush brush. Next, I'm going to go in with my BH Studio Pro Powder. This is in the shade 230. And with my Morphe Fluffy Powder Brush, I'm going to set everything else. For eyes, I've been using my gel eyeliner. This is the Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Liner in Blackest Black. And I'm going to apply this with my Bdellium Tools 762 angled brush. Right now, since I still can't rub my eyes and I still want to avoid getting anything in my eyes, I'm avoiding liquid liner. Because I have very watery tear ducts and I have to put in eye drops every hour, I have been using gel because gel doesn't bleed as much into the eyes as liquid does. Even with waterproof liquid liner, if you get it in your tear duct or near your tear duct towards the beginning of when you're applying your makeup before it's set into place, it can still bleed and get into your eye. And so I've been using gel because gel doesn't really dissolve like that, and it's actually lasts longer than liquid liner. Next, I'm going to go in with my Stila Smudge Stick. This is in the shade Damsel. I did sanitize this after my LASIK. This is actually a brand new pencil from the L'Oreal Infallible line. The other one I ran out of anyway, and so I waited to open this until after I got my LASIK. I did sanitize all of the products that I'm using with the exception of mascaras because I can't really sanitize those. I actually threw those all away, bought brand new ones, and I even sanitized my lash curler. I actually bought a new insert for my Shiseido lash curler because you really want to avoid getting any potential bacteria or infections. So because you really want to make sure that that flap is healed and that you don't get an infection under your flap, because that is just incredibly difficult to heal. So anyway, moving on, I'm going to line my under lash line, lower lash line with this brown pencil. It's a lot more natural than a black, so it doesn't look as intense. Next, I'm going to curl my lashes with my Shiseido lash curler. Again, as mentioned, I've sanitized these. I sanitize the whole thing with rubbing alcohol and let that air dry over a day. Last thing you want is rubbing alcohol in your eyes. That's got to be incredibly painful. Next, I'm going to go in with my Maybelline the Rocket. This is the waterproof formula, and I'm going to apply this to my upper and lower lashes. I will say right now, everybody says that they've had difficulty removing this, and for me, because I've had LASIK, I can't rub my eyes, so I have to be incredibly careful when removing my makeup to not rub my eyes. And even with that constraint of not being able to rub my eyes, I have yet to have issues removing this mascara. I use the Sephora makeup removing oil, and it completely dissolves this waterproof mascara in a few seconds, and then I just very easily can swipe it off with a Q-tip and a little bit of water, and I have had no issues, and I haven't had to rub my eyes, which is awesome because I can't with LASIK. And so I am in love. That being said, I'm going to continue using my waterproof makeup and my waterproof Maybelline the Rocket because it's amazing. Next, I'm going to move on to bronzer. As you guys know, I'm going to use my Enter Pronoun bronzer. I am singing at church today, and so the lights are bright, so I do want a more noticeable bronzer. Normally, I would use my Rimmel, but today I'm going to use my Enter Pronoun, and I'm using my Sigma F05 contour brush, small contour brush. Okay, as for blush, I'm going to use my Hot Mama the Balm with my Crown Angled Blush Brush. And I like using this blush when I use a matte foundation because right now my face is super matte. I have no shimmer on it and it looks very flat, which is great for pictures and really bright lights because then you don't look shiny and crazy and like, whoa. But in person, my face does look very matte. So I love this blush because it is a very like shimmery blush. And some people actually use this as a highlighter, but I love this for me. It makes my cheeks glow so much. And since I have no eye makeup other than mascara and eyeliner, I really like having this to accent my face. Then to finish it all off, I'm going to apply my Vaseline Cocoa Butter Lip Therapy Lip Balm. And then my current favorite lipstick, like of all time right now, is the Maybelline Daringly Nude in 655, and it is a matte nude lipstick. I am obsessed with it. I love it so much. I think everybody should go and pick this up. That is it for my makeup routine. I am loving it. I feel like so much better now that I can wear makeup again. I was getting super like itchy over the fact that I wasn't wearing any makeup, and I still kind of feel that way about my eyes. I really wish I could wear eye makeup, but for obvious reasons I can't. And if you guys have been watching my video, you probably have noticed they are still very bloodshot and I still do have slight blood pooling in my eyes. Does not affect my vision, does not hurt, is not painful. It just looks really disgusting. Some people get it really bad. My coworker had it in both eyes, both sides, just straight blood. I am very fortunate that I didn't get that. It actually has nothing to do with the LASIK itself. The blood pooling is actually from when they have to vacuum your eyeball to create the flap, because what they do is they attach almost like a suction cup to your eye and they pull it up with a vacuum, so your eyeball actually slightly comes out of your socket so that they can cut the ring and then place your eye back into place. Because of that suction cup power and the pressing and the pulling, it does tend to break blood vessels, which causes the eye pooling. But it is what it is. I see great. I love having my LASIK. I'm in love with it. And honestly, this makeup look works great for work, for going out, for going to church, for seeing people, dinner. It's versatile, it's very minimal, and it's very natural. So this is kind of almost like a no makeup makeup, except you can tell I'm wearing makeup, so that's why I didn't call it that. It's not as natural as, you know, a no makeup makeup look, but it's very light for anybody who wants just a really basic makeup look for day to day, going to school, or even for work. So it is very versatile, and it's great for anybody who has LASIK and they want to do makeup. So I hope that was useful and informative for you guys. I do plan to do a frequently asked questions of my LASIK experience. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Of course, if you liked it, make sure to thumbs it up and comment down below what you guys thought. Or if you have any comments or questions, again, I will be doing a frequently asked question, so I might give you a short answer and then give you a real one in the next video. But if you guys have any, feel free to ask them now. And of course, if you guys are new to my channel, welcome. And if you guys enjoyed it, please make sure to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Hi guys, it's Erica from Brains to Beauty, and today I'm here to unbox for you my Rocks box for December. I've actually had this for a while now, and I should have probably traded in for a new box at this point, but I wanted to hold on to it for New Year's because I don't know about you, but this is gorgeous. I want to wear this for New Year's. It is like slamming. This is the first piece in the box that I want to talk about because